Hello, my name's Andrew Keeping. I'm a classical guitarist and a producer, and today on my YouTube channel I'd like to talk about two of my favourite virtual instruments by the company Vir Harmonic. It's the Bohemian Cello and the Bohemian Violin. Now, you may have already seen some of my videos on how I use this MIDI guitar, the Roland Multiac Concert Grand SA. Now, I'm not going to go into details how I set it up. If you want to have a look, you can subscribe, and there are other videos on there to show you how all of that works. But I want to get on with talking about one of my favourite virtual instruments, or two of my favourite virtual instruments. What are virtual instruments? Virtual instruments are where you can access through MIDI and create the sound and the effects of another musical instrument. Of course, one of the problems here is that how do you get it to sound like a performer, a virtual performer? We do that by using articulations. Articulations give it the authentic sound. So, for example, if I was a trumpet player, the breath, the sound of the breath, a staccato sound, ta, ta, ta. The tonguing notes or slurs, da-ya, da-ya. In this case, Vir Harmonic have really paid great attention to the articulations, which are the particular sounds and the effects that give a cello and a violin its authentic sound. Now, if I were playing on the keyboard, I'd be using my left hand with the MIDI keyboard to be able to adapt and change the articulations, whilst playing it in the right hand, the melody and the tune. However, on the guitar, the MIDI guitar, both my hands are used up, and so I can't do that. So what Vir Harmonic, the company, have done is they have virtually created this intuitive idea where it adapts to your style of playing and adapts the sound of the articulations to suit. Now, I could go into great details, but let's give you some ideas of some of the articulations that would be used in here. You'd have bowing techniques, up bow, out bow, down bow, arcs, pizzicato, spiccato, different moods, different velocities, all those kind of things make a sound of a virtual violin or a virtual cello sound as authentic as possible. You know, I can be talking all I like, however, there are purists, and I think I'm with you on that. There is nothing quite like the sound of a proper violinist, a proper cellist playing on a multi-thousand-pound instrument. However, some of us can't afford to include those in our studios, and so when we record, we want to be able to record at our own time, our own leisure, and I think there is a place for the virtual instrument in the recording studio. So without further ado, let me show you a little bit more. Okay, so here we are. This is the Bohemian Cello, and as I said, up in this corner here, this is the very clever part of it. This is where it takes the articulations and takes your playing and adapts those. Let's just show you. You heard there as well, even the glissandi, it worked that out. It's brilliant. Okay, let's now try the violin and have a listen to that. This, by the way, has an expansion pack. This is after the first expansion. The way it works is they do future expansions as they build on the original knowledge and experience. They record more and more versions and samples. So at the moment, the sample pool of 32,000 on a single microphone position. What happens? They work on those articulations and they develop it further. So this is the first expansion. if you'd bought the original base library, it would have worked out that you would have paid $100+. The first expansion pack, if you came straight in and bought it, it would be $199. However, as you buy the original, it stays the same price. All you do have to do is add to that, upgrade it to the latest expansion pack, and that's the way it works with this. So it's worth getting in early. I have with the cello, there's a expansion on the cello to be done probably late January, February, so I'm looking forward to, that's 2018, looking forward to receiving that. And they do say that when you get to the expansion 2, which will be in sort of the middle half of 2018, that's the plan, it'll be $219 to buy it straight away, or $249 to euros even to buy in 2018, late 2018, for the final expansion pack. But as I said, all of these expansions are free if you buy them earlier on. So here we go. This is the violin. Really great sound. Really love it. Love it. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on to the next stage. Okay, so what I've done here, I've recorded a backing track, if you like, with one of my string sections, or orchestral sections. This is with from Sotto strings, Sotto brass, and Sotto woodwind. This is an example from Sonokinetic. And here we go. I'm going to play a cello part, improvise around a cello part for this. Okay, now I'm going to take it on and do the same thing, but I'm going to then just put a violin part over the top in a duo. So here we go for the violin part.